Good morning, people of God. Listen, you know what I want to tell you this morning? I hope everyone rested well. Um, but you know what I want to tell you this morning? Enjoy your Friday. I hope you have a good Friday. We are in the summertime, right? So you know people are gonna be out moving a lot. Stay hydrated. But also in the summertime, there's a lot of snakes that come out. Y'all done seen I done had to discard two that was on my property. And one is hiding. I think another one is hiding itself somewhere. But you know, as I was just talking to God and praying this morning, um, be careful. I want to advise you all, be careful of the snake spirit, the serpent, you know, that serpent disguises itself. And the snake spirit, those who um, have that snake spirit in them, we know that that tongue goes out and goes in both directions, left and right. And a snake slowly wraps itself, it slowly wraps itself around its prey and it squeezes it to death. And some of you, you're in a good place, you're in a happy place. You don't mean nobody. No, you don't have no type of ill will towards nobody. You know, you're straight up people. And when you're straight up, um, a lot of times people um, aren't used to people who are just bold about having certain types of conversations and expressing themselves. I want you to be aware as you are invited to certain things, whether you have colleagues and co-workers, sometimes they may get together after work and invite you to certain things, or there may be, certain types of functions and different things that may come up. But I want you to always be prayerful and let the Spirit guide you to where you take yourself to, who you allow yourself to be around, because when you have the light of Christ in you, and especially if you're a type of person who you have a public platform, a lot of people know you. There are a lot of people who, some of them, they can't hurt you unless they can get close to you. If you're a type of person who you stay to yourself, and there's some people who because of some things that you may have gone through, you've overcome. Well, the enemy always tries to reevaluate. He always tries to regroup and reorganize. And you have to be mindful of that as you move forward in life, moving forward in your peace, living out your life. You just got to be mindful and be very discerning, because there are some folk, like I said, they can't hurt you unless they can get close to you, unless they can penetrate, you know, your the realm, your walls of protection, So you have to just be very discerning and be careful about who you allow close to you, and where you go, what you attend. You ain't always got to accept every invite. Don't be quick to go, because, and I know some people feel like, oh well, they invite me, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna ignore such and such, but be wiser than the serpent. Be wiser than the serpent. You may want to have a good time, you may want to have fun, but sometimes, you create your good times, you be in control. You don't, it ain't always wise, and it don't make you a coward when you turn down and turn the other way. The Bible said a wise man will see trouble and he'll hide himself. It don't make you a coward just because you understand that certain folk don't like you at a certain event or organization and you decide not to go. That's wise. That's wisdom. Some folk, you never know what's in some people's heart. So I just wanted to share that. Be mindful of that snake spirit. A snake wraps itself around its prey and slowly squeezes it to death. Got to get close enough to you to wrap itself around you. You know, somebody that got a snake spirit, they can laugh in your face, smile with you, and don't even like you. Have hate in their heart for you. So be mindful, you know. Just because somebody invites you to something, that don't mean they like it. Some of you got coworkers, they hang out together on the job, and you can, if you watch them from afar, you will see they talk about each other, they keep sharing each other business, and then they don't know nothing about you. They want to bring you into that fold. Be mindful. They're gonna talk about you anyway. So even if you turn down their invitation, they're gonna talk about you. When you go, you open yourself up to be a part of all of that, you know? And stay away from people who have secret conversations about you. And then in your presence, you can feel that. What they do, those are silent killers, because when they put their mouth on you in secret, and in your and smiling in your face, they're sticking daggers in your spirit, because whatever they say about you in secret, and they can't talk to you face to face directly, they're slowly pulling on your spirit. They're slowly pulling your spirit down. They're secret murderers, and some of them just they don't know what they're doing. That's why you always prayer, always be in prayer about those things that are spoken against you in private. Every tongue that rises against you in judgment shall be condemned. All secret words spoken against you. You always call those things down morning and night and throughout the day. When you pray, when your prayer life is strong, there'll be more peace in your life. You're still gonna have opposition. When you carry the light, darkness always gonna oppose that light, but you will still have peace in spite of all of that. And everything that the enemy sends your way, you will always overcome. But just be mindful of that snake spirit. You ain't got to accept every invitation. Be careful where you take yourself to. Be careful who you let come around you. Be careful what you take from folk. Be careful. My grandmother was hated. She died a premature death due to spiritual wickedness and her lack of knowledge, the understanding to fight it off. And when she turned to some church folk, it was some of the very church folk that was operating in witchcraft, making things worse. You never know who don't like you until you're down and out. And that when you see all of it come out, you be surprised. You may even have some family members show out on you. And be careful. You be around folk, folk who don't like to just sweep things under the rug. You can't do that. You can't do that. Evil is real. Evil is real. You need warriors, strong people in the spirit around you. If you're a very discerning person, you need people around you who straight up, who can have a conversation, hold you accountable, have one-on-one conversation with you. The world is full of a lot of wickedness, and my grandmother was one of them who was subject to wickedness, died a premature death. Always was a hard worker. She wasn't perfect, but she worked hard. Had people jealous of her, envious of her, married men that couldn't respect her strength, take her, her strength couldn't, build her up. All her life she fought, but she was a strong-minded woman. She was a strong-minded woman. And I always vow, that old devil that came after my grandmother, I don't care how hard he come, it ain't gonna happen to me. You have people watching you, friends, people that you come and break bread with at your house, and don't be the same one that'll turn on you, be jealous of you. So learn from past mistakes, errors. Don't be a casualty. Be wise, wiser than that old no good serpent. Be wise and move wisely, and hang around folk that know how to move wisely, or either roll solo. There's power. But what I say in the video, there's power in rolling solo, you know. So anyway, I just want to share that, be very discerning. Watch out for that snake spirit. They out there. You ain't got to accept every invitation, you know. Be around folk who make you feel good, folk who celebrate you, folk who they got love in their heart for real. You can feel it. There's some folk, they got love in their heart for you. If you ain't feel no love in their heart, if they can't speak to you peaceably, and they always bringing your spirit down, telling you something negative or what other people say about you, you don't need them around you. and you don't need folk around you. Be careful for folk who they come around you and they got to tell you something. They telling you something about somebody else, but really they trying to take daggers at you. They saying something for you, but they saying it as they talking about somebody else. You can pick up on that in the spirit, even when you don't say nothing. Don't tolerate people like that. Don't tolerate. Those are cowards. Those are folk that carry that snake spirit. So anyway, just be mindful as you have fun this summer in this beautiful weather that we have, and it's hot, but stay hydrated. Have a happy Friday. You are more than enough. You are more than enough. Many of you, God chose you. There's favor on your life. People see that. They know that. And because he chose you, there's some folk don't like it. They look at you and be like, he ain't all that. She ain't all that. They want to find fault in you. They know God chose you. They know you're gifted. They know you're anointed. They know you're different. They know you're shining a light. But that darkness and that snake on the inside of them, it won't let them love you. It won't let them be peaceable to you. Believe what you see. Believe what you feel. Your discernment ain't going to fail you. Even when folk laughing and smiling in your face, you can discern what's in their heart. That's one of the gifts, baby. That's a strong gift when you're chosen. Let your gifts help you maneuver throughout the earth. Heaven is backing you, but be wise as you move. Have a blessed day. If nobody told you today, I'm telling you, I love you. You are more than enough. We are the light of the world, and we can't never let our lights grow dark. We got to keep shining bright. And we know that the blood of Jesus is the only blood that has some power. Be mindful. Watch out for that snake spirit. Stay away from it. Cut the head off of it. That's a whole nother thing. You got to understand. You that have ears to hear, you understand. Cut the head off that snake.